Hi, and welcome to the NewsGuard Academy. In today's video, we're going to go over NewsGuard's criterion for assessing the labeling of advertisements on news sites, why this is important to a site's overall transparency practices, and how NewsGuard handles the criterion, which is one of 9 used to judge the overall credibility and transparency practices of any site. News websites often host display advertising and sponsored content to generate revenue. Sponsored content refers to paid posts that are designed to look similar to news or feature content. This is no issue when advertising and sponsored content is properly labeled and distinguishable from editorial content. However, there are a number of sites that attempt to blur the line between sponsored and editorial content, potentially tricking readers into thinking that advertising content is purely journalistic. Today, we'll go over how you can spot some of these deceptive practices. This is based on NewsGuard's criterion, which states that sites must clearly distinguish between which content is paid and which is not. First, let's hear from NewsGuard's editorial director, Eric Efron, on why this criterion matters.
We believe that readers should be informed whether the content that they're looking at is actual editorial content or whether it's been paid for by an advertiser or an interest group or any organization. That really is an indication of a website's integrity if they're straightforward about that. And publishers are under a lot of pressure from advertisers to make their ads look as much like editorial content as they can. So we really like it when publishers resist that pressure and are really clear with readers that this content is paid. So the labeling, it's not sneaky, it's actually direct. Paid content, advertising, something like that. And if publishers do that, they get some points from NewsGuard as part of our rating process.
Now let's look at some examples of sites that label their advertising and sponsored content well, and some that do not. Let's start with DigiDay, a digital media news organization. If we scroll down, we see that they have sponsored content on their site. That sponsored content is properly labeled on the homepage where it appears, and also on the article itself. This meets NewsGuard's labeling criteria. News site USA Today also runs sponsored content. This is properly labeled as ad content and also sponsored, which again meets NewsGuard standard. Another form of commercial content that we look at on news sites are the use of affiliate links, or special tracking links that earn a commission for a publisher when someone clicks on them and makes a purchase. For an example of a site that's using affiliate links responsibly, let's look at Teen Vogue. This article is about the 38 best Valentine's Day gifts for tweens. We can see here that it states that all products are independently selected by our editors. If you buy something, we may earn an affiliate commission. In NewsGuard's view, this disclosure is a proper labeling of the use of affiliate links. Additionally, it's located at the very top of the article, before you're even exposed to any of the affiliate links themselves. Because Teen Vogue properly discloses their use of affiliate links and puts that disclosure at the top of the article, this meets NewsGuard's standard. Now let's switch gears and look at some sites that do not meet NewsGuard's advertising criterion, starting with NewYorkUpstate.com. If we scroll down, we can see that on the side of this article it reads recommended for you, and it's a link to an external article. At the bottom of the article, it states promoted links by Taboola. Taboola is an advertising company that places sponsored content on news websites. However, the labels recommended for you and promoted links do not meet NewsGuard's standard because they are not labels that would tell the average reader that this is a paid placement. Next, let's look at the website for WREX-TV, an NBC affiliate in Illinois. If we scroll to the bottom of this article, we see a block of articles that are all sponsored and lead to external sources under the label Around the Web. If we scroll down and a user clicks on this logo, a box will appear that tells you that this is all content from Rev Content, an advertising company that places paid content on news websites. Even though the site has this disclosure, It only appears when a user clicks on this little logo. Because this content is labeled around the web, which doesn't tell the average reader that this is paid, and because an average user would not think to click on the logo, this does not meet NewsGuard standard. Lastly, let's look at the lifestyle website Her Campus. This article is titled 15 Holiday Beauty Gift Sets Under $25 to Get Your Besties This Year. If we scroll down, we can see that this article contains many affiliate links, or those special links that lead to an external source and earn a commission for the publisher when someone purchases a product through them. However, the average reader might not realize that when you click on this link, Her Campus is earning a commission. There's no disclosure of that practice anywhere in the beginning of this article. If we scroll down to the very bottom of the website, which takes quite a bit to get to, we can see a small disclosure that Her Campus may receive compensation for some links to products and services on this website. While it is nice that Her Campus does disclose this somewhere on the site, this does not meet NewsGuard's standard because it's located only on the very bottom of the website as opposed to at the top of the article itself. Thanks for watching the NewsGuard Academy, a video series about practical tips to spot falsehoods and verify information on your social media and newsfeed. I'm Sophia Rubinson, an editor of NewsGuard's Reality Check newsletter. To learn more about NewsGuard's standards of reliability, be sure to subscribe to NewsGuard's Reality Check newsletter at newsguardrealitycheck.com. See you in the next video.